Hello, everybody. I'm Carrie Hamblen, the CEO and president of the Las Cruces Green Chamber of Commerce, and we are in a special series here promoting all of our members that are participating in Southern New Mexico Giving Day 2025. And we have now somebody who is considered a veteran in this is Staci Allen from Tresco Incorporated. Staci, girl, it's good to see you.
It is fabulous to see you, and it's fabulous to be seen.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
get down to it.
Yes, we're going to get into it. You're the community engagement manager for Tresco. And we've done a couple of Zoom chats with you before and love talking about what you're doing. So can you kind of give everybody a little bit of a summary about what Tresco does in the community?
Absolutely. I've been part of Tresco for 4 years and I love it. And we have been providing supports and services to individuals with different abilities, families, and specific individuals throughout Southern New Mexico. We're actually in 12 counties and we've been doing this for over 57 years and we're looking forward to 57 more. But we've got 4 distinct programs. We have our Tresco Works, which is our employment services, where we've got about 70 contracts throughout New Mexico where we place people with different abilities into custodial grounds and total facility maintenance contracts. And then we have our 3 children's services program. We have our trailblazing Tots Early Intervention program, which we started up in Sierra County, and now we serve families in Sierra County and Joniana County. And we really work with families with children birth to 3 on meeting those developmental milestones. We've got dedicated occupational speech, physical therapists, family service coordinators that work with that family to make sure your child's on the right track. And then we have our day 1 home visiting, which we started in 2017. So that is focusing on that, developing that parent-child nurturing relationship. We've got developmental specialists that actually connect with the families on goals. We do sleep habits, we do infant massage, car seat distribution, and to make sure that the families are started off on the right track. And then we have our newest program, which we're celebrating a year this month, is our Family Outreach Center. That is where we are connecting with CYFD to work with some families to help some family goals, whether it's financial assistance, housing, food, mental behavioral resources. We just want to work with that family in a 3-month stint to provide some goals and connect them to the resources to be the best that they can be. So we've got 4 distinct programs that are making impact throughout the state of New Mexico.
Well, and that's super important. Just because somebody has different abilities doesn't mean they can't contribute and be as functional as possible. And that's what Tresco really does, help people become as independent as they possibly can. And just because they have different abilities doesn't mean they can't do it.
No, absolutely. Everyone has a place at the table, and we're here to provide that connection, the continuity where if you need accommodation, if you need some supports, we're here for you. And we'll find those options for you because everyone deserves a voice. Everyone deserves a chance. I need some little help with some things. So, we all bring strengths. We all have some areas that we can support each other to succeed. And it's pretty awesome what Tresco's been doing.
Well, and I love that you're partnering with CYFD because, it's what they're providing is out of your wheelhouse, but you see a need for your families and your clients. And so that's a great thing to do.
Yeah, and that collaboration is key because one department can't take care of the whole state. They've got those community connectors that we work with to make sure that let's take that caseload. We know the community here. We've got boots in the ground. We've got our community partners that we work with. So let's make sure that we're finding the right pieces to the puzzle so families are successful. And with our outreach program, we work with families with children age all the way to 18. So it's just not that early intervention infant stage. It's all the way to 18.
Yeah. Well, and this next question, I know it's kind of like asking who your favorite child is, because you don't really want to say who your favorite child is, but you've got to have some great stories about, success stories from the families that you're able to help and the individuals you're able to help. Are there like maybe 2 that you can talk about briefly?
Yeah, there's one family, the head of a family, they're new first-time parents. And you get a book, you're like, hey, be the parent you can be. Okay, throw that book out because it's scary. It's that unforeseen, what do I need to do? How do I do everything? Because every kid is different.
Yeah.
So, our Tots Early Intervention, it's completely free. Everybody should reach out to us for an evaluation, whether you continue with us or not. why don't you get some questions answered and work with our team? Well, they were referred to us by their pediatrician, and first-time parents didn't know what questions to ask. They were really nervous, and they have a 3-month-old son. And the evaluation, they were blown away because our team really provided an extension of their family. We're not here to replace them. We're not here to judge. We're just providing resource and that support. And they had a connection with our therapist and our developmental special team. Like, we're in this together. And they were a lifeline of them to ask those questions, because there's never a wrong question to ask. And the wrong question is the ones you don't ask. So we want to make sure it's a safe environment, whether it's here at our facility or at their home. And the guidance, it just has helped them to understand, and it gives them confident feeling like I'm doing the right thing for my son.
Right. Well, and especially if you have a child that, has some different abilities, that it's pretty clear that they do. You want to try and give them the best shot that you can, for them to
Absolutely.
succeed. And then as you're a first-time parent, oh my gosh, you're just already messing your pants because you're like, what do I
What do I
do?
do now?
And then when there's a different ability, or there's a known disability, then that adds a whole lot to that fear and unknown. So that's fantastic.
Absolutely. And when you think about it, you have these set milestones that everyone should meet at a certain age. Well, we're all different. I mean, I kind of use that silly analogy that, take a bag of popcorn. When you microwave that, not every kernel pops at the same time. Some pop right away, some need a little bit more time. Think of it like that way. Like, every kid doesn't hit a milestone at 3 months, at a year, at 2 years. It's a suggested area, but if they're not, please know that you've got a team here that's dedicated to help your child reach that milestone. It just may take some extra training or extra information or extra therapy or resources, but there's nothing wrong with that, because every kernel does not pop at the same time.
I love that example. That should be part of your logo, your next logo.
There we go.
Popcorn. Yeah.
I have
What's another one?
Another one is with our the outreach program, where we worked with a family who was just needing some support, kind of having, some deck of the cards not, handed out the right way. And they were referred to us, and they worked with our team, and they set them 3 months goal was, to be employed, to be able to pay for their bills and to supply items for their children. And so they worked on some budget management. We worked on some connecting with housing, and then crossing over to our Tresco Works department, they applied for a job within our facility, and they got a job. So yay across the board. I mean, it's great how our departments work together, because we are kind of a one-stop shop, but they came to us with a certain need, and we were able to fulfill that and then some. And she is fully employed, loving her job, able to catch up on some things that were set in her goal, and her kids are thriving.
I love it. Love it. Love it. So we've got Southern New Mexico Giving Day, which is one of the reasons why we're talking today and the topics that we're talking about. And so that's going to be on Friday, April 25th. Pre-giving starts on April 21st. But when folks decide to give to Tresco, how do you apply their donations to the programs? How important is it when folks decide to give to Tresco?
It's very important, and we've got multiple options. So this campaign is really focusing on our children's services department. So the dollars raised will help with our TOTS early intervention, our day one home visiting, and the outreach center. We've got multiple levels from 25 to 175 to open, and there's some targeted areas where, when we work with our families in the early intervention services program, we want to make sure that there's some developmental essentials, tools and toys and activities that they can take home when they're not with our team. So, $25 helps establish that tool for those families to take with them to continue their therapy, continue the activities that will help their child survive, or not survive, succeed. Also, which to succeed, you have to survive for sure. But also the other levels really help. Many of our families are in need of food and other holiday cheer for their families. So we do this giving to help with our holiday drive to our families, which we serve over 900 families a year. So we provide Thanksgiving and Christmas food boxes. In addition to, we supply some holiday cheer with some gifts to all the families involved. Even if they're not in our program, we take care of the siblings. So, and we have children, from birth to 18. So within Sierra County and Doña County, that's over 900 families that we're providing a very nice holiday meal and some holiday cheer that the kids can enjoy in their home.
Well, I love it. I'm in that position where I can't pick my favorite nonprofit that I get to be able to support, but I'm so glad that you're part of that group and what you're doing in this community. And if you're interested in giving into Southern New Mexico Giving Day, you'll see the link either above or below. If you'd like to support Tresco, you can go ahead and search them in the search bar of that. But Southern New Mexico Giving Day takes place Friday, April 25th. You'll see the Green Chamber all over the place on that. And if you'd like to support Tresco, you know what they do now because thanks to Staci. So Staci, love what you do. Thank you so much. And I'm glad that you're participating, and let's keep our fingers crossed for some big donations.
Yes, thanks so much, Carrie. It's a great day, and thank you to all the donors that support, because when a community gives back and takes care of each other, you know it's a good community.
It is, absolutely. All right, dog. We'll see you.
Bye, dear. Have a good one.
Bye. You too.